Hey Gary, we're here in Canberra at Parliament House, 2 years of your presidency. We're here to do a bit of reflecting on it. How are you feeling in mid-Feb 2025?
Feeling like we've achieved a lot in a couple of years. When I first came in, one of my main ambitions was to make sure we really bounced out of COVID, and we basically got the NIBA community back and going through our significant events, being the lunch series and the convention. In the last couple of years, reflecting, I think we've had major success with that, and being a proud South Australian, thought the South Australian convention this year was outstanding. Well done to the committee who organised it. So, I'm feeling pretty good. The fact we're in Canberra here today too, it's a reflection that we knew we needed to do more advocacy work, and we need to be proactive with that. 6 to 12 months of just getting our feet back under where we need to be, both federally in Canberra, but importantly around the states.
Because we've seen now a lot of senior politicians up and down the length and breadth of the country, and certainly here. What's been the reception?
Very positive. The biggest thing we've found is their number one issue is the affordability and availability of insurance, and I think our voice as NIBA talking about how brokers can advocate for clients and the impact we can have when events happen, but importantly to give advice beforehand.
What are you most proud of?
It was one thing I didn't really expect to have to deal with was Phil's departure and your recruitment, but I am proud of both. I think Phil did a great job when he was here. He stayed around to really hand over the reins as long as he could and really contributed to NIBA in a great way. I'm very fortunate to have found yourself coming back from New Zealand to Australia and getting into the gig as well. So that's been a proud moment. But I think also the overall commitment of the board to just listen to the broking community, reflect on that, and then try and implement important things like the code. I mean, when I first started, the code was brand new. Here we are in 2025 doing another review. Come around very quickly, but I think the implementation of the code by brokers, the acceptance has been very positive, and something I'm quite proud of as well.
Because the code really is it's almost a signature. It's a flag on the hill in a way, isn't it? In terms of the sector taking responsibility for its future, for its reputation, and for leaning into some of the tough conversations.
And that's been tested, I think, in the last few years. I mean, reflecting on the issues we have in front of us today with Strata, I think the code has put us in good stead. It's generic enough to be very specific for the issues that exist. I'm really wrapped with the fact that the code is substantive. It was done and worked on by NIBA chairs and NIBA board members before I became president. The reality is it's stood the test of time. It's been pressure tested. The disclosure commission was an issue, of course. It's now found its way to be very matter of fact and business as usual. I think it's stood the test of time in the last couple of years, and now we go again.
You spoke earlier about the board and the depth of talent around the board. Any observations on the board, or any kind of observations for Nick as he steps into the role?
The board has always been a very strong, unified force. We definitely live our hats from our organisations at the door. I see that's a really powerful strength of the NIBA board. We come to represent the industry, talk about the industry, and we come at it from the different backgrounds around Australia that we bring. We've had some renewal. There's been some change in the industry. There always is. I think that's a really positive thing. We've seen claims expertise being added to some of the discussions at board level, which is something that wasn't there when I first started on the board. So that's been a real positive. As for Nick, I wish him well. He'll do a great job. I'm really pleased that I'm able to hand the reins over to him. I'm obviously around as immediate past president, happy to help Nick wherever possible in the transition into his role. But he'll do a great job representing our industry around the breadth and depth of Australia as we go through whatever the next iteration of challenge that comes our way.
Is there anything you're going to fundamentally miss about the role?
Look, I hope to still contribute to the board and the insurance broking industry. I think it's what I've really come to love about the role. There's been much more I get out of it than what I think I give, but at the same time, hopefully I can give some things, and so hopefully I can continue to do that, Richard, in the next few years.
Amazing, Gary. On behalf of all of the NIBA community, you've made a huge contribution, a huge difference. So a huge big thank you on behalf of all of us. And like you say, you'll still be around, so we'll continue to have those chats.
Yeah, thank you.